Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tuesday Night Special, and now it's time for us to talk about what happened during the second half of Monday Night Raw from Long Island, New York. And the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be none other than Andrade Cien and Zelina Vega going one-on-one against Carolina and Sin Cara. And during this match, action would go back and forth and would even see Zelina Vega doing some very impressive moves along the lines of a satellite DDT to Sin Cara on the outside of the ring, and would even once again for the third week in a row try to stop Sin Cara from even doing the basic of Lucha Libre offensive moves to the outside of the ring to Andrade. But unfortunately for Zelina, she would pay for it during this match by not only getting almost powerbombed during this match, only for her to reverse it into a makeshift hurricanrana into the turnbuckle, but would ultimately win this match because Zelina would go for a classic, I do believe, Kalisto move with a basement hurricanrana to Carolina in the center of the ring for the team of Andrade Cien and Zelina Vega to win this match via pinfall. And not for nothing, I almost forgot to mention the fact that Carolina was able to do a senton to Andrade on the outside of the ring. So at least she was able to help out in some way, shape, or form, but at the same time, not help out Sin Cara get the win against Andrade Cien. They seem unbeatable together. And after that match, to prove who is truly dominant in the world of Lucha Libre, you would see Rusev making his way to the ring, finally fed up with all the drama between Lana and Bobby Lashley and himself, and would finally say, if you want Lana, Bobby Lashley, you can have her, but your ass is mine. And just before he could take a piece out of the ass of Bobby Lashley, Lashley would come out with crutches saying, "Oh, I hurt my groin doing things that you can only dream of to Lana." Real classy, Bobby Lashley, real classy. But besides making that statement, Lana would say that she's gonna bring out somebody who wants to take him on, and it would be in the form of none other than the Scottish Terminator himself, Drew McIntyre, which would lead to an impromptu match between the two where Drew McIntyre, who dominated the basic portions of this match, especially with the glass cow kiss to the side of the ear of Rusev to start off this match, would send him on spaghetti legs and a bit of confusion during this match, would then get a fire lit under his ass after none other than Drew McIntyre would call him a bitch on live television in front of everybody. For Rusev to kick it into third gear, beat the crap out of him, hit him with a windmill kick, and even bounce his head off the stairs, only for an unapproving Bobby Lashley to come from out of nowhere with a crutch, hitting Rusev in the back, sending him back into the ring, and would try to do a 2-on-1 assault with the help of Drew McIntyre, after Drew would decide to say after Bobby Lashley feigned his injury, "Screw this, I'm out," only for Rusev to get the upper hand, and from out of nowhere, when Rusev tried to go for the strike with the crutch to Bobby Lashley to finally let out his anger on Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton once again for the second week in a row would hit an RKO and hit it this time on Rusev from out of nowhere. And then that would lead to a 2-on-1 assault that Ricochet would come out to help out his friend and decide to help them out for Rusev to live to fight another day, and for Lana to get knocked on her duff thanks to Ricochet with a baseball slide. Yeah, he really is a superhero in this case. And after that bit of nonsense and drama, folks, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would see the OC going one-on-one against Humberto Carrero and the Street Profits. But before this match can even begin, the OC already ticked off with what happened with the NXT invasion, would say the next time he sees any of those boys from Orlando, he's gonna send them packing back to Orlando, Florida the hard way. Now, granted, he didn't say it exactly like that, but come on, he might as well have said that. And before he could even sing the praises of the OC by not only winning the Best in the World Cup, but also for AJ Styles retaining his United States Championship at Crown Jewel. You would see none other than the Street Profits along with Humberto Carrera coming out bragging about the fact that they beat the OC 2 weeks ago in the main event on Monday Night Raw in English and in Spanish, thanks to Humberto Carrera, who apparently sounds more and more like somebody who was an extra out of Mortal Kombat than he should be. And not to mention looks real good. I don't know. If somebody hadn't tell him he looked like a supermodel, I got a feeling he would have went down that track. But besides his Zoolander dashing good looks, during this match he would be able to pull off a beautiful disaster kick to the phenomenal one AJ Styles, sending him out of his shoes, and would even be able to pull off an S.A. Rio style moonsault during this match for a near fall. But ultimately during this match, Humberto Carrera would suffer the wrath of the Hong Kong Fooey kick, what I like to call it, but in reality, the rocket kick from Carl Anderson, and even a condominium smash in the corner from Luke Gallows. And you would also see the Street Profits pulling off some very impressive moves as well, including a makeshift shoulder tackle, almost sending Carl Anderson outside of the ring. And you would also even see Montez Ford doing a rope flip plancha over the ropes, taking out the OC and his own partner. But ultimately, this match will come to an emphatic end and a phenomenal end after AJ Styles would reverse Hurricane Rana into a disgusting powerbomb and get foot leverage on the rope to win this match and pin Humberto Carrera once again on Monday Night Raw via pinfall. And after the match was over, you would hear King say that was highway robbery, but at the same time, hey, at least they got the win and shut up the Street Profits once again by beating them in the center of the ring. And after that match was over and we completely forgot there was a match between now and the main event of the evening, would see none other than the Raw Tag Team Champions of the Viking Raiders going one-on-one against the... You sure about this, Maestro? Really? Going up against the East Hampton Polo Boys. Basically, the great value edition of the Mean Street Posse. Who's coming up with these tag team names? This is ridiculous. And speaking of ridiculous, they would prove it in the ring, folks, because Eric would be able to hit a nasty tiger knee to one of the Polo Boys, along with Ivar doing a crossbody splash into the barricade to the other Polo Boy, for then Eric to do not only a gut wrench, gut buster, backbreaker directly into a disgusting power bomb for Ivar to come off the top rope with a superfly splash for the team of the Viking Raiders to make quick work of the East Polo Boys via pinfall. And after the match was over, they would give props to the OC for becoming the best tag team in the world, but since they won the battle, they did not win the raid. Now, I got a feeling they would have probably said they won the battle, but they didn't win the war, but apparently saying war on Monday Night Raw when Raw is war is bad now. When did that happen? I know not. But besides that bit of war that will take place in the near future between the OC and the Viking Raiders, the main event of the evening would see none other than Seth Rollins going one-on-one against Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT Championship. And I almost forgot to mention that after that little miniature raid that NXT would pull off, Seth Rollins would catch up with Triple H in the back and say, "You wanted to light a fire under my ass? Well, mission accomplished. If I'm going back to NXT, I'm going back as the top guy, so I want Adam Cole in that ring for the NXT Championship tonight." And Triple H would grant his wish, and during this match that went back and forth, that involved plenty of tiger knees, and even Adam Cole pulling off an Ushigoroshi for a near fall, but would also see Seth Rollins going back to his old drawing book of SummerSlam's long past by doing a suplex suplex Falcon Arrow combination for a near fall, and would even get thwarted by Adam Cole with a makeshift super kick to the face out of the air, countering the Tiger Knee for a near fall. But ultimately, this match will come to an emphatic end after Seth Rollins would counter a makeshift Padma Sunrise directly into a buckle bomb and would decide to try to burn it down with a blackout for Adam Cole, only for the rest of the members of the Undisputed Era to show up, hit him in the face with a Tiger Knee for Seth Rollins to lose this championship match via disqualification. I mean, he won, but he didn't win the belt, so it's losing in this case. And after the match was over, once again, the members of Raw would come flooding out of the locker room to help out their friend in arms in Seth Rollins, only for more people from NXT to show up along the lines of not only Keith Lee, but I do believe Matt Riddle, Damian Priest, and a couple of other NXT stars sprinkled about, including Tommaso Ciampa leading the charge, only for Monday Night Raw to end with not only a high-flying dive from Ricochet in the form of a springboard shooting star splash, but also Keith Lee being as big as the guy he is, doing a rope flip plancha over the ropes, taking out everybody just like Ricochet did to close out Monday Night Raw for this week. Or so I thought, because after the cameras went off the air, Ricochet with a handspring moonsault Asai style to the outside of the ring, taking out NXT and Raw members to close Monday Night Raw for this week. In reality, when the cameras went off. So this makeshift war between these three brands are really starting to heat up, heading toward the Survivor Series, and we're gonna try to keep you guys in the loop and in the NIM with our personal opinions as we march our way to the Survivor Series for this year, cause I got a feeling it's gonna be good. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back to this music once again, and we'll be back with more of these street-like shenanigans as the Tuesday Night Special rolls on right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.